Hello and welcome back again to coding tutorials. So in this video we are going to create a calculator using Python programming language. Let's first create a file. So just click file, new file, and save it as calculator.py with an extension of py. Create file, click yes. Now your file has been created. So we are going to create a calculator that requires you to enter two numbers, the first and the second one. After you have entered those two numbers, it's gonna ask you whether you want to add, subtract, multiply, or divide those numbers. So the first thing that we wanna do is write first equal input first, but in quotation marks, and second, which is the second number that you're going to enter, input and now let's convert this first and second into integers, since we are going to insert number or enter those two numbers. So let's say first is equals to integer first, again second is equals to integer second. Now the calculator has to ask you whether you want to add, subtract, multiply, or divide those two numbers. So it's going to be request equal input in quotation mark add, divide, multiply, or subtract. With the question mark, colons, and space in front of the colons. Now if we are going to write conditional statements. So you're gonna say if request, when you request dot lower is equals to in quotation mark add, now our sum is going to be sum is equals to first plus second number. Now our calculator has to print sum is in quotation mark, then now you have to concatenate these strings. You say str, which is string, now sum, which is the above written statement. There is else and elif statement. So elif, you're going to write them until we have one statement left. So now it's going to be elif request dot lower equals to divide colons. Now we're gonna say if first is not, we use this for is not equals to 0, then quotient, your quotient is equals to be the first number divided by the second number. Then our sum write our quotient is equals to, excuse me, the calculator is gonna print quotient is now concatenate your strings quotient. Another elif statement, elif request, we have subtract dot lower equal to subtract colon. So our difference is going to be the first minus second number. Now it has to print difference is str difference. Now we have a multiply, which is the last statement. So our last statement is going to be else or let's say elif request dot lower equals to multiply our product is going to be first multiply by second. Now the calculator has to print our product is string plus product. The last statement is going to be else print when they have done maybe a mistake, it has to print error and please try again. Now let's copy our code to idle where it's gonna be able to run. Click copy, let's go to idle. On idle you have to create a new file. Click new file. Now paste your code, and to run your code just click F5 and okay. Save your code as calculator. .py. Click enter. Yes. Now save your code. It asks whether you it requires you to enter your first number. Now let's say you enter 10, enter 10, enter. It asks you whether you want to add, divide, multiply or subtract. Now let's multiply. So it says the product is 10 times 10, which is 100. Now let's run our let's run it again. Just press F5 and click your first number 12, enter. Say 4, enter. It asks you whether you want to add, divide, multiply or subtract. Now let's say divide. click enter. It says your quotient is 3.0. Click again F5, your first number, let's say 10, enter, and 5, enter. Let's say addition, say add. It says your sum is 15. Again, let's run it for the last time. Click F5, your first number is 10, second number is 5. You want to divide, subtract in this case, enter. It says your difference is 5. So thanks for joining our lessons. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing and commenting so that others can discover our channel. Thanks for watching.